Tired of not being able to throw things? Well, now you can.
Are you ready for the dodgeball?
Alright, so we're in our objects menu, which is this gray plus button up here. And the first thing I'm going to grab is the character that's going to throw. So I'm going to pick Bear, but you can obviously pick anyone you want. And now we need to add the thing that's going to be thrown. So go back to this plus button, and I'm going to use an emoji, which is a text object. So drag out a text object. In order to get emoji, you need to enable the emoji keyboard in the settings of your iPad. So once you've done that, you should see either a smiley or globe right here. And I'm going to pick emoji. And now this is your chance to pick whatever you want to be thrown. So be creative. Since I'm working with Bear, the obvious choice is to throw a pineapple because that's what bears do. So pick done. And third, I need to find a button to tap that will make Bear throw the pineapple. So one more time, drag out an object. I'm dragging out a text object. Go to emoji again. And I'm going to go all the way to the right to where the buttons are. I'm just going to pick any button. This is a good button. Press done. And now we have three objects. Let's put them to work. So the first thing is that I don't want to see this pineapple when the project starts. I only want to see it when it's being thrown. Presumably Bear's hiding pineapples behind his back, or maybe they're like hidden in the folds of his fur or something. I'm not really sure what the logic is there. But in any case, I don't want to see the pineapple at first. So I'm going to add a new rule. When the play button is tapped, which means when the project starts, I want the pineapple to be invisible. So to do that, I'm going to go down to looks and sounds, and I'm going to pull out set invisibility. And I'm going to set it to 100, which is fully invisible. And let's see what that looks like. And you can check by pressing play up in the corner. And it's gone. Great. Go back to edit. And let's exit out of this rule by tapping outside of it. And let's add a new rule. And in this rule, when I press the green button, I want the pineapple to be thrown by Bear. So the when for that is going to be under more. If you don't see all the whens, tap more right here. And we're looking for blank is tapped. Pick that and then pick your button. And this means this rule will start when you tap that button. And press check down on the bottom. Okay, so how do we make something be thrown? First, we're going to set the pineapple to where Bear is. So that's where it's coming from. Then we're going to make it visible so you can see it. And then we're going to make it move to the right by 400 so it looks like it's being thrown. And then we're going to make it invisible again. So let's start with that first part. Set position to Bear. So to set position, we need to go to movement, which is red. And we're going to pull out the set position block. And we can't just pick a random number like 200 and 200 because Bear will be in different places at different times if you're moving Bear around in your game. So we need to go to values. So then keep pressing this gray arrow until you see Bear's values. And we want Bear's X position, which is its location at this moment on the left-right axis. And then for Y, tap on that Y bubble and go to values again and pick Y position for this. And this means we're setting pineapple to where Bear is. And now we need it to be visible again. So to make it show, we're going to go to looks and sounds. We're going to pull out another set invisibility and we're going to make it 0, which means 0% invisible. Okay, now we see it. Now let's make it move to the right because Bear just threw it. So to do that, we got to go to movement, which is the red one. And I wouldn't use move forward. I'm going to use change X by because move forward is based on what direction the pineapple is facing. And if you ever turn the pineapple later in your game, that's going to affect what direction it moves forward. But change X will always move right or left depending on if your number inside this bubble is positive or negative. So in this case, I want to move right, so I'm going to pick 400, which is like a good length of a throw. And then finally, I'm going to add a set invisibility to the bottom of all this, and I'm going to set it to 100. And the idea here is that, the pineapple just kind of disappears after a few feet. I'm not really sure. This is like video game logic, but in any case, I'm going to press play, and let's see if it works. So no pineapple, but if you press this button, Bear threw it. Cool, and that's just about it. I can add a couple more little flourishes if that helps. So if you want the bear to kind of look like it's throwing, then let's go back to edit. And let's get out of this rule. And let's tap on Bear and add a rule for him. And let's go to is tapped and pick the green button again. So when we press the throw button, what does Bear do? We're going to have Bear turn a little bit forward and back, so it looks kind of like a throw. So go to movement. So I'm going to drag out a turn block, and I'm going to make it negative 45 degrees. Why negative? Because negative is clockwise, and positive numbers in turn blocks are counterclockwise. And we want Bear to turn clockwise for now. And then we're going to have him turn back 45, so he's back at 0. And let's see what that looks like. Cool. Okay, you can make the button and the pineapple a little bigger if these aren't big enough. And then you can add more characters. So if you have a character on the right that's throwing stuff left, just keep in mind that when you change X, you've got to change by a negative number. And if you're turning, you have to use the opposite numbers for how much you turn. And then you can add movement to this game. You can make this a whole video game. Check out all the other videos to see how to make things move and to make backgrounds. We even have a video on making the complete food fight game, so make sure to check that out. And I can't wait to see what y'all make. Bye!